On Tuesday, January 21st, 2020, former Resident Council President Andrew L. Carter stole, disclosed, and announced my pertinent confidential tenant file and document in a public meeting before Inkster Housing lawyer Milton, before Inkster Housing Executive Director Paul Bollinger, before Inkster Housing Board of Commissioners. And as of today, no handcuffs, no prosecution, or anything has been done to this thief. Because, from my understanding, as HUD would say, they only issue the checks. They do not engage in the day-to-day operations and management. It falls on the Board of Commissioners and the Executive Director. And in this case, the City Hall, Inkster City Hall, Mayor, and City Council, since they appoint the HUD Board of Commissioners to the Housing Board. But my question to law enforcement and HUD fair housing, where is the fair housing for the poor? Where is the fair housing if the main people that was sworn in to protect you and your rights and secure your pertinent tenant file and household information are the main corporates in this situation, meaning they are the criminals. So what do you do then? Who is going to fight for us, the tenants and the residents? Who's going to be our voice? Who do we run to when the main people that we appointed in office to do these public official jobs are the criminals? And they're protecting each other, and no one is being held accountable as of yet, because the Board of Commissioners and the Executive Director refuse to create a policy entails tenant versus tenant. But what I don't understand is how come it's tenant versus tenant? It should be agency, a government agency, a tenant versus a government agency versus another tenant, because Andrew L. Carter had an office at the Lamone Gardens building where the resident council meet daily, and sat in the same offices as the HUD public officials, the staff. No camera, no door separating, nothing. So when they go to lunch, that means resident council is still roaming the building, in which Mr. Carter did. He roamed and went on Claudia Evans' desk, which was my former case manager at the time before she put in her resignation, and Mr. Carter stole my tenant file and had the nerve to use IHC, that's Inkster Housing Commission, copy machine to do it, and had the nerves to give a copy to current Mayor Patrick Wembley and the current Board of Commissioners. No one, and the Executive Director of Inkster Housing, and they failed to include me in their conversation. They were discussing my pertinent information without me. So how come it's not a criminal crime? How dare you look at my personal stuff without my consent, without me present, and I supposed to be a part of the board at that time, which was a resident commissioner. And you guys basically gave Andrew L. Carter a free pass to do this to me in a public meeting when he came to you guys first and gave you a copy and you guys didn't press charges? That is stolen property. Anytime someone goes in a government building, a HUD government building, go in a staff member desk or on their desk or on a copier or whatever and take something that they had no authorization to do. Well, maybe they did. I'll take that back. Had authorization to do, because after he stole my documents and it got in his hands, he came and gave the Board of Commissioners and the executive director, along with HUD lawyer Milton, a copy. That was you guys' opportunity to call the law enforcement to have him arrested, because it says clear as day on that piece of paper, if this EIV is misused in any kind of criminal manner, it's an automatic considered a felony. So once again, where is the HUD fair housing come in at? When the same people that you appoint to these housing boards and authorities are the criminals.